Championship season is underway for high school wrestling. District 14 6A championships Thursday afternoon at Blossom Athletic Center. We start on the boys' side, and there's an upset in the 106-pound bracket. Reagan's Zarek Hernandez takes an early lead on Johnson's Troy Guerra with first period takedown and goes up 6-0. Then in the second period, Guerra turns a would-be takedown into a near pin. He doesn't quite get the call, though, so the score remains 6-5 in the third, and that's the way it stays. Hernandez gets the win, 6-5, to earn the district title. Next up at 113 pounds, MacArthur's Ethan Huerta taking on Madison's Joseph Davila. Tight match in the second period, and that's when Huerta makes his move, getting a quick cradle and 2 fall points to take a 4-point lead. Huerta wins by 12-5 decision. In the 120-pound bracket, Madison State qualifier Juan Lugo taking on Judson's Luis Rodriguez. This one a back-and-forth affair. Once down by 5 points, Lugo storms back with a takedown and a near pin with a beautiful move. That swings the momentum, and he goes on to win a close match, 10-7.
It never should have been that to that point, but I had his little ups and downs, like I said, and I just had to keep my composure and keep wrestling and come out with the win. I'm going to go home, watch my film, and just try to be better than I was today.
To the 126-pound bracket now. Johnson's Scott Killian is all over Judson's Jay-Sean Brown. The senior Jaguar is up by a big margin, and he ends up winning by DQ due to stalling. At 132 pounds now, Steele's Austin Saylor taking on Churchill's Rocco Obregon. The senior knight takes control of the match with a takedown in the third period and eventually converts that into a pin with 38 seconds left on the clock to claim the district title. Bumping it up to 138 pounds now, good matchup between Clemens' Deshaun Cosby and Reagan's Amir Musali. Cosby methodically puts points on the board, scoring at least 4 points in each period to win by major decision 14-3. 145-pound bracket now leaves Austin Hartman Gruber in a good battle with Judson's Isaiah Duger. Still a tight in the third period until Hartman Gruber comes up with a clutch cradle. He gets the win by a 7-2 decision. At 152 pounds now, Johnson's sophomore Caleb SEBRA takes control of his match with Roosevelt's Rashad Hunt with a cradle of his own in the first period. SEBRA wins it by major decision 16-2 to claim the district crown and advance to regionals.
I just went out there, wrestled, prayed to God, and hoped for the best. I didn't do anything flashy or crazy. I just stuck to the match and just wrestled like I usually do and just won. I still have to work on my conditioning. I'm only a sophomore, so I got to really work on my strength.
Shifting gears now to the 160-pound weight class, Clemens' Darwin Hall showcases his dominance, notching 3 early fall points. He wins by fall under a minute into the match, the fastest finish of the night. Then at 170 pounds, Churchill's Quinn Porter taking on Roosevelt's Cole Stratton. Porter notches a reversal to take the points lead, and he never looks back, winning by 13-7 decision. Next up, 182 pounds, Buffalo Jackson Macias jumps out to an early 6-0 lead with a takedown on Johnson's Clayton Adair. Macias takes the title with a hard-fought 9-6 decision. The 195-pound title match featured a high-scoring affair between Churchill's Chris Pruski and Roosevelt's Marcos Mercado. It's Pruski who gets the edge in the end thanks to some well-timed reversals. He wins by 18-13 decision. It's time to break the 200-pound threshold. 220 pounds leaves Adam Bell taking on Madison's Anthony Zuniga. Bell comes up with a huge takedown in the second period to take a points lead. He'd eventually secure the pin and the win midway through the third period. And finally, the big boys at 285 pounds, Charger Adam Miller taking on Rough Rider Jorge Boutron. It's a scoreless match in the second period until Miller gets a step and puts Boutron on the ground. That's a pin 2.5 minutes in. Miller is your 285-pound champion. Thanks to a total team performance, the Johnson Jaguars end up taking home the overall boys team title, edging Churchill with 189 points. Congratulations to the Jags and all the boys who qualified for regionals. Time now for the girls' brackets, and kicking things off at the 95-pound level, Steele's Evangeline Valadez taking on Johnson's Ashley Messer. Valadez gets the leg and comes up with a near pin late in the third. That proves to be the difference as she wins 7-3. Good start for the Knights. Next up, 102-pound state qualifier Addison Garcia facing Steele's Maria Aponte. Garcia patiently notches points on the board, searching for the pin until she finally gets the call late in the third. She's heading back to regionals as the district champion.
It feels pretty good. I'm looking forward to regionals. I feel more comfortable to just go on the mat and just wrestle passionately. I don't really get that nervous anymore. And it's like muscle memory to me.
At 110 pounds, Lee's Crystal Venegas taking on MacArthur's Dakota Drew. Venegas takes control with a trio of fall points in the first period. That lead proves to be enough as she hangs on to win 7-5. To the 119-pound bracket now, Johnson's Melissa Villarreal against Lee's Cadence Galavis. Villarreal turns a clutch reversal into a near pin. She gets the win by a 14-8 decision. Turning to 128 pounds now, there's a move you'll have to see to believe. Madison's Marilyn Gonzalez against Steele's Jennifer Soto. Soto gets the advantage with a takedown, and she looks like she's going to convert it into a pin, but watch Gonzalez slowly slither her way out. She eventually turns it into a reversal of her own and a pin the other way, getting a call with 11 seconds left on the clock to claim the title. What a move. At 138 pounds now, fellow Maverick Nia Padilla keeps the momentum going against Steele's Grace Richter. Padilla gets a takedown in the second period to take the points lead. She'd eventually get the pin and the win in the third period. 148 pounds now, Steele's Haley Brownell versus Judson's Marissa Sylvain. Brownell gets the takedown and converts it into a clutch pin with just 2 seconds left in the first period. Fellow Knight Symphony Sampson keeps it going in the following match at 165 pounds against Madison's Caroline Gonzalez. She notches a takedown, trying to find a pin, but she'll settle for a convincing 11-0 major decision. At 185 pounds now, Madison's Courtney Kemp gets the Mavericks on the board again with an impressive performance. She takes control of the match on the score sheet in the first period, then notches a pin just 15 seconds into the second period to secure the win. And finally, at 215 pounds, Steele Jr. TRAEH HAYNES flexed her muscle against Churchill's Victoria Morales. The state runner-up gets the takedown inbounds and maneuvers Morales along the boundary until she gets the pin call with 18 ticks left in the opening frame. Haynes is heading back to regionals as a district champion.
She was a tough component to go against. She stuck in really good at that last moment, and I really appreciate her for doing that because it makes me a better person and it makes me a better wrestler. My main goal is to win as a team, especially in regionals. We've been working hard to get that and at state. As a personal goal, first at state, I'm trying to go all for it, and I really hope I can get there.
Thanks to 4 district champions and 4 runners-up, the Knights take home the overall girls team title with 183 points. Congrats to all the girls who punched their tickets to regionals. They and the boys take the mats in this same building next week for the regional tournament prelims.